Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. This is 2010 Toyota Prius. This one you know on this channel because I was filming the lift. It's lifted. It's not just because now it's on the lift. Even when it sits on its own, it's lifted. So you saw it on the channel. This Prius, it's awesome. It's performing great. The owners love it. And it has 223,000 miles on the odometer. I am performing the head gasket job, which if you know this generation, it's nothing unusual. You will start having most likely between 1 and 2. That's where it's most seen. Between the number 1 and 2, you will have misfires there and you will be losing coolant. And if you pressurize the cooling system and you take your camera, you will look inside either one or two or both, you will see the coolant seepage breach. For the owners, they complain, well, we have those morning rough starts, right? It will start rattling for, let's say, 5 to 10 seconds. Then it smoothens out and it runs perfectly the whole day, but it's the coolant which over the night dripped in it and it causes the misfires. So this was diagnosed and I'm doing the whole job, but in this video I want to show you another problem which is on these 2010 to I believe 2015 Priuses. It's a perfect example, it's all over the floor, so I want to show you that. What is the remedy, the part number and so on. So let's go and look at it together. And this is related, or I will call it, engine oil present in the intake manifold. So as I work here, you can see I'm taking apart this engine, right? And I just removed the intake manifold. Well, the intake manifold has a coolant lines to it. These are these two. So there was a little bit few droplets of the coolant despite the fact I drained that entire cooling system. But here is the other line, the big hose. Do you see it? And this hose is connected to the engine block right here. Why this camera is so badly performing? I have no idea. Look at it. So this is the PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation PCV valve, and that valve is not working properly, and I will show you how come I can see that. Well, here is the intake manifold, and what is underneath it, when I removed it and it went all over the floor, this is not that coolant I was talking about. This is actually engine oil. If you touch it, if you look at it, that's an old burnt engine oil. And that came, my friend, out of the bottom here, but it was introduced to it through here. Let's go and put this whole thing on the bench and I will show you the details with the light. I think I know what the problem is with this camera I'm using. I'm pointing at you. This is just camcorder, and I got spoiled with those full frame Sonys which will perform anywhere in any dark. So this is how it was attached to the engine. This is the head, and we will see here a different problem which is actually plugging that whole thing, and that's a EGR, and that's completely different issue. I don't want to confuse you on that, my friend. Here is that pipe right here, and we will zoom on it. I will show you what is coming out of it. And these are the coolant lines, right? This actually didn't have to be disconnected. That belongs right here. So we have a throttle body, and here is that bottom area where that oil is collecting. It sits right here, and once again I will go behind the camcorder and show you inside. You won't believe how nasty it is. So that's coming from that PCV valve right here. don't get confused. These are the coolant lines, right? Where the pinkish coolant will just few droplets will come out of that, but that's not our problem. Let me set up this whole thing the way I can zoom on it for you, and you won't believe what is coming out of it. All of us, we can see here in this case, right, the importance of that maintenance on all these vehicles. So do you see that? This was coming from that engine, right? I will lock it there for you. I can bring the screwdriver, we can poke into it. You will see how nasty it is, right? You don't want that in that intake manifold? Absolutely not. Okay, can you see it? I'm trying to watch the screen in the same time. So look at it. Look what just keeps coming out. You see that nastiness? Unbelievable. So this is in that pipe. It's coming through that valve. And basically the remedy is very simple. Replace the valve. Look at that stuff which I poked out of that opening. Let's go look, and also on that pipe which is attached to that PCV valve. So we are back in the engine, or at the engine, right? And I will try to show you inside without removing it, so it makes sense to you where it is located and so on, right? Let's go and look inside of this pipe. Will this work, or do I have to remove it? Do you see inside that crazy gunk and everything? Maybe, yeah, maybe that's a better one. I guess that's all I can do. Now, to have all that info for you, I called the local Toyota. That PCV valve number will be, if you want to do it yourself, if you own one of these babies, it's a 12204-37010. I believe it retails for like $9, he said. And they don't have it, but it will be overnight. They will have it for me tomorrow. So obviously, while I'm doing this big job, this will be replaced, and all of that gunk will be clean, including that little pipe, also the intake. Now this intake has another problem, which you might see the hint of it right here, or on this EGR pipe. If you look at it, that's the hint. I don't want to confuse you with that in this video, because we are talking about the excessive engine oil in the intake and not the EGR. And I always try to give you the complete information. So, last but not least, how you will remove that PCV valve if you decided to do it yourself. The part is very inexpensive, right? So what tools do you need for this? Well, it's very simple. You will use right here 22 millimeter socket after you remove this entire hose. I kept calling it pipe, right? So this will be removed. You put here 22 millimeter socket, remove the old one, put the new one, and the torque is on it. I believe Toyota says 20 foot-pounds of the torque. So I hope you will find this information helpful for your own Toyota ownership. I will say this is a relatively easy job. Ideally, you remove that entire intake, but it's not so complicated. There might be also access from under. If you will get underneath the vehicle, you might be able to succeed that way. But I will say this should be part of maintenance on these Priuses, especially maybe over 100,000 miles. That should be looked at see if there is any oil in that intake sitting down there, and if there is, then go ahead and replace that pretty fairly inexpensive PCV valve. So thank you for watching, thank you for supporting this channel, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya!